Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls Part 2. Got a guy up there shooting arrows at us, and we're gonna get our first shield of the game. Go here, go into the menu, equip it. Shield is very useful. Allow you to block a lot of projectiles, block enemy attacks. Very good to get used to your shield. Also, now we have a weapon that's not broken. So we got the short sword. Let's go here, and now we have to go here. And we're just gonna drop this weapon, so we don't have it in our inventory just taking up space. It doesn't have any like weight burden to it. It's gonna be annoying to actually switch to different weapons in the future. As you can see, I'm two-handing my weapon. Two-handing your weapon does indeed do more damage, but you kind of forego a little bit of defense, of course. Then again, if you don't block, then why bother? That usually gets a lot of people on their first time through. They go up the stairs, and they're going to get hit by that rolling cannonball thing. Now, here we have Oscar of Astora.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringest the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite.
Ooh, Estus.
Oh, and this.
So now we actually have a healing item.
I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Alright, so that line about harming us after death, like these guys right here, when you die, you don't actually die in this game. You actually hollow out and you turn into like an undead, like this. But as soon as you actually lose your will to live, lose your willpower, then you just become a mindless undead. You hollow out, as they say in this game. So, I just healed up there, reset my items. That should reset the trap here. No, it didn't. And we got the guy right here. Like I said, it respawns all the enemies, it resets, but it fills up your health and resets your consumables. Well, your Estus flask. We have our bow and arrows. Oop. We got arrow dude here. Alright. This is going to teach us how to get behind our enemy and we can backstab people. And this is going to teach us how to riposte. So we hit the left trigger, and we hit the right button to follow up with an attack to riposte. So let's lock on to the guy. And then after he goes for the attack, we go for the riposte. If you learn how to do that, it saves you so much time and effort against a handful of enemies. No, bloodstain. So occasionally see bloodstains where people have come in and it shows you how they died. We have the first boss of the game. YOLO! I am sorry. I'm not gonna say that ever again. I'm ashamed of myself. Look in the butt. Look in the butt. But for good measure. Get the key and humanity. Humanity is useful for later in the game. It allows you to summon some helpful NPCs that are gonna help us with different boss fights or various other things, but it opens you up to being invaded, which has other player characters come into your world and try to kill you. There's various reasons for them to do that, just ranging from joining certain covenants and getting benefits through that to just being an asshole.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Now we're at Firelink Shrine. Which is going to be our main hub for the rest of the game. There's a handful of useful things. Got a bonfire, our main bonfire. We have this
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
So, we got a little bit of backstory. So far all we know of our mission is to ring 2 bells, and then something happens. Now, we're going to travel around Firelink, and there's a few items hidden around. There's also
Hello
this
there.
dude.
I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Tharaland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Little bit of jerk.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Okay.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Sure.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
So now we join the Way of White, and he'll teach us miracles. So if you go with like a faith build,
Now let me
this is where you
share
get
my
your
miracles.
first spells
Only
from.
their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Their gesture. So,
Come again. The effect.
so he tells us that the power of faith spells is pretty much just increased by our faith stat. Boo. Alright. We have other business around here. Lost Soul of Undead, it's a soul item. We can pop that for a few extra souls if we need a little bit of a buffer to just level up. We also have a cache of hidden items. Gasp! Alright, the Red Eye Orb will actually allow you to invade other players' worlds for various reasons, like I explained earlier. And the Mace there and the Talisman are very good for faith builds, and the Homeward Bone. Homeward Bone is probably one of the most important early items you'll get. It'll allow you to teleport back to bonfires, the last bonfire you rested at. So if you know there's a lot of crap behind you that you don't want to fight through, you can just teleport back to the bonfire before all that crap. Speaking of which, let's not deal with that right now. We're not supposed to go to this area first. But, spoilers, we're going to be venturing down that path to give ourselves a nice little leg up in this run. Do endurance, and I believe we'll go on our little suicide run next time.